What's up, guys? Today I'm going to show you how I leveled my rifle scope. I'm working with the Viper, the Vortex Viper HSLR 4x16x50. So you want to make sure your rifle's level side to side. A lot of people will put the level on the turret, and I've seen some commentary that doesn't necessarily work all the time because the innards of the turret sometimes offset the angle of where that surface area of that turret sits. So because I don't have a smaller torpedo level to level my barrel right now, I've checked it this way. Now I'm checking it horizontal. And it seems to be level right where it's at. So I'm going to go from here. So you'll need a flashlight. And what I've done is I've hung a piece of fishing string right here on my door that has a socket on the end of it as weight. And I colored the fishing line with Sharpie just to make it visible to the naked eye. So what you're gonna do, I'm using my old binocular box because that's perfect size for my rifle to be level. This is the Vortex torque wrench. A lot of people use the Wheelers, but because I had the Viper, Vortex Viper scope, I wanted to use the same brand just to make sure that there's no error. So what you'll do, you'll line up your rifle with that fishing line the best you can, as close to the wall as possible. You're going to shine the flashlight through the larger end of the scope toward the wall. What you're looking for is your crosshairs to line straight up and down with your plumb line or fishing string or a piece of thread, whichever you choose to use. That's what you're trying to accomplish, is making sure that your vertical crosshair is not like this and your fishing line's like this, because the further it travels away at longer distances, you're gonna have a lot harder time making those shots. So I don't think that it would matter too much for a shorter distance shot, say maybe 50 to 100 yards. But if you're shooting anything over 300, 400, 500 yards, you're definitely going to want to make sure it is perfect. So let's see where we're at. I've already kind of dialed this in. I just wanted to make a video for anybody that's curious. So another thing to remember is make sure your scope is at its highest power, zoomed all the way in. All right, I'm gonna bring this over here to show you guys. See, we're pretty close. So I think I'm happy with this. I was playing with it a little bit this morning. I'm gonna take it out, group in zero. It's preference, I guess. I like to group in zero at 100 yards, but I definitely see the benefit of grouping and zeroing at 200 yards. And even 300 yards if you want to do a even longer range shot. So I'm gonna probably group and zero at both 100 and 200 yards. and then see if I can hold that at 300. But then we're getting into you know, what caliber you're shooting. Heavier rounds have more drop at certain distances. I'm shooting a 6.5 Creedmoor, so virtually there's not very much drop at 300 yards at all, especially with the high performance rounds that I use. So keep that in mind, and good luck at the range, guys.